Whether you're working, whether you're not working, but you're a Christian, I'm going to tell you why you should do business, the businesses that you can do, the businesses that you can do, the pitfalls or the obstacles you need to avoid while doing your business. And I'll be giving you I'll be giving you scriptures to back what I'm saying. You know, we start off with a 9 to 5 job. We start up with looking for a job, go to school. The school will not teach you how to do business. The school will just teach you how to know A plus A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3. Then the school will allow you to wriggle out the rest things. But there is a business, there is the aspect of business that everyone should know. One is this: business is good. There are godly businesses, and there are businesses that Christians should not go into. So, in this live stream, I'll be addressing some of those things, my view, and I believe biblical views. I will show you examples. But in case everything I say, there's anyone you disagree, you can leave it in the comments and I'll know how research more on it. But one is this: why should you do business? Business is God's idea. God's what? Idea. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 28, what does it say? It said, be fruitful and multiply. God created Adam and Eve. He didn't want to, he just created them and said, you know what? Go ahead, subdue, multiply. Business is about multiplicity. Business is about any business you do and you don't get something extra, that's not business. Though business is risky, but if you follow biblical principle, you will not experience loss. Sincerely, Bible says, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. So God is after what? Prosperity. Though everyone will not be prosperous, because he says that he said that the poor you will always have. So there are people that will always what? Be poor. But business is what God wants you to do. If you do business as a Christian, you are supposed to get profit. If you do business as a Christian, you're not supposed to be stagnated. You're supposed to gain something. You know. So God expects, sorry, there was a call that I needed to attend to. God expects us to do business and gain something and be productive. He doesn't want us to do business and that servant that was given a talent and brought back that one talent. He was told that he was unproductive. He was told that he was unproductive because he brought in the same one talent that he was given. God has given us multiple talents and he expects us that. I will also come to that point where God, the things that biblical principles on what you should do as a business. So he was given one talent and he returned one talent. When he returned one talent, the master took that talent from him and said, you're unproductive. And he casted him into hellfire. So what we should know is that business is God's way. Business is something that originated from God. It didn't start from man. He said, go and multiply. He says, see yet a man's diligent in his business. So there's nothing that you tell me concerning. Rinku, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about business. God does not expect us to encounter loss. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God does not want us to encounter loss. He's not interested in us losing. He doesn't want us to remain stagnant. He wants us to improve whatsoever that he has given us to do. Seeth a man diligent in his way, he will stand before kings. So first, let's get it clear. Business is God's plan. It's in his blueprint. Now, there are businesses. I'm so good. I'm so good. My family is beautiful. I'm having the best of life. I'm with them. I'm happy. So, business evil. Don't look at business. And let me tell you, in case you're doing a job, it doesn't stop you from doing a business. In case you're doing a job and you're not doing any other thing, my brother, my sister, sit down and say to yourself, hmm, I am not doing well. Yes, if you're working and it's only work that you're doing, you're not doing any other thing. Yeah, thank you. You're not doing it. And Riku, by the way, this stuff that we are doing is another business, whether you like it or not. This is YouTube business. Do you understand? So, he said you need to diversify. You get? You need to diversify and do a lot of things. He said, you don't know the one that will bring in what? Profit. Okay, you're doing a job. Take it on yourself and said, I will not remain on this job alone. I need to get other things that I need to do to get money. That's one. That's another point. Number one is God is the one that initiated business. Number two is if you are doing business is not evil, but leave the mindset of working under somebody. You can still be working under somebody and start up your own enterprise, your own business. So business is about productivity. Business is about turning one thing, multiplying it into two, multiplying it into three. Double T, thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm talking about business and I'm saying that we need to do a lot of business. Sincerely. What we are doing as content creators is a business. Look at it as a business. Sincerely. Since the moment I started up, if I tell you, no problem, no problem, no problem. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your presence is highly needed. Your presence is, I just love it. Thank you so much. I'm saying that what we are doing here as content creators is pure business. And God expects us to increase. God expects us to get something from it. Yeah, God expects us to get something. Rinku, if you don't know Double T, she's a darling. And Rinku is also a darling. So I believe you guys are connected. If you're not, please do. I beg you, connect. So I was saying that business is God's idea. Then I said, don't be limited with the 9 to 5 or whatever job you're doing because you're working under someone. you are serving under someone, have the mindset that I want to start up something for myself. Thank God for us that are content creators. If I tell you, I sat down and look at myself, I said, I think now I wouldn't say I'm doing only one thing. I do a lot of things. Sometimes you see me doing this, sometimes you see me in my car, sometimes you see me doing other things which I can't. Yesterday I was, yeah, yesterday, yeah. Hope you guys are connected. If you're not, please do. Like I said yesterday, yesterday I gained something from something that I just started. I was just doing it on the side. I said, when the person paid me for that, I said, this is really another source of what income. Do you understand? So in different places. So in different places. So, and business is something that you own. Thank God for what we are doing. We own, like my channel, I own it. A lot of things I own it. Own your business. Don't leave it in the hands of people that will mismanage it. First of all, build your business. Build your channel. Build what you want to do. God is interested in you succeeding in what you're doing. If you're a content creator, I believe you must have been doing another thing. Build it and make it to stand. Yes, build it and make it to stand. Then probably hand it over to somebody to oversee for you while you are still doing it. Make sure it's not only your job you're doing. Make sure it's not only your job you're doing. No matter how well you're paid, be willing to do be willing to do different things. You wouldn't know the one that will succeed. So now you own your business, pay your bills on time, so you lack nothing. Let me read First Thessalonians chapter 4, 11 and 12. First Thessalonians chapter 4, 11 and 12. It said what? First Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 11 and 12. So we are encouraged to what? Do business. Business is good. 4, 11 and 12. It says what? First Thessalonians 4, 11 and 12. It said, and to make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, you should mind your own business and work with your hands. Oops. Work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. Imagine if where you're working folds up. Can you still survive? Don't be a burden to anybody. Don't have that mindset that I need to build my own enterprise. I need to build my own business. I need to create my own wealth. Don't be a burden. What we are doing is good. Different things. Be multifaceted. Are you getting it? Be multi-what? Faceted. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 2. That's a very powerful scripture. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 2. What does it say? Rinku, yeah, that Rinku, I would want to say something. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes just plan on coming live and like have something to discuss. It will help your live streams like that. So Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 2. Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 2. Rinku, did you hear me? So 11 verse 2. Invest in 7 ventures. So until you have 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you have not started. Invest in 7 ventures. Yes, in 8. So when you get to 7, don't stop at 7. Continue to 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. Yes. You don't know what will happen. You don't know what will happen to your job. You don't know what will happen to that one, only that one business you're doing. You don't know what. Let me give an example. Sorry, let me quickly off my gas. I'll come back. 1 minute, just 1 minute, please. Don't mind me, I'm talking to some people. So I'm back. Thank you. I said, so good. Thank you so much. Yeah. Just have a plan on this is what I'll be talking when I start my live stream. In that way, it will make you to engage. Just plan, kind of. So I was saying that he said invest in seven ventures. That reminds me, some of us do only YouTube, but there are other social media platforms. There's a TikTok, there's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's name it. So what the scripture is telling is don't just put all your eggs in one basket. Don't just okay. I don't know what was wrong with the network. It kept on it logged me off. So back to what I'm saying. Invest in a lot of things on social media. Don't just based on just based on YouTube alone, based on having your presence on other social media what platforms. Are you getting it? Other media social platforms. So he said invest in 7 ventures. Yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land. You don't know what may come upon one business, if it's only one business that you are depending on. He said, if clouds are full of water, they pour rain on the earth. Whether a tree falls on the south or on the north, in the place where it falls, there it will lie. He said, whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the cloud will not reap. Very powerful. You need to study it, but don't be willing to take calculated risk. So first lesson is this: ensure you are doing multifaceted business. Don't tie yourself to one business. Multitask, multi business, multi platforms, multi like let me give it, when we talk about niche on YouTube, I'm only talking about I'm only doing, if you notice my channel, I talk about a lot of things. I can decide to start talking about children. I can decide to talk about business. Yesterday I talked about, what did I talk about yesterday? I talked about debt. So talk about different things. Don't restrict yourself. That's business. I'm relating it now to YouTube business. Don't read. Don't limit yourself to one platform. That's one. Don't limit yourself to one niche. That's two. Diversify. Know almost as much things as you can. He said invest in 7 ventures. Then yes, in 8, keep improving, updating your software. The ones that you have been programmed with before, keep updating it. Diversify. What I talk about today may not be what I will talk about tomorrow. So you diversify, invest in a lot of things. Do you understand what I'm saying? Good thing, like now, let me use the example of YouTube now. You don't know the video that will go viral. You don't know the topic that you treat, and people will be so happy with it. You get it? So that is why the essence of you need to diversify. You need to do a lot of things that, not that you're second guessing, but you are getting better. If you see that this works, you work better about it. Yesterday I talked about debt. Today I'm talking about business. Later in this video I'll be talking about some things you need to avoid when you're doing your business. So now, number one is this: business ideas. I've told you I can't tell you all the business ideas, but I just use an example of YouTube now, that you don't box yourself in one place. You don't say, okay, I'm just talking about only this. Be willing to talk about different things. Be willing to multi have a lot of areas that you have expertise. Number two thing I want to also bring up on is this about business is found in Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7. Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7, what does it say? Proverbs 4 verse 7. Proverbs 4 verse 7, it says, the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, though it cost all you have. Get what? Understanding. Sincerely, whatsoever you have had in life that you have an experience in is something that can be sold. It's something that can be sold. Why do they pay teachers? Why do they pay lecturers? Why do they pay professors? Why do they pay doctors? It's because of the experience that they have. Wisdom, they have garnered it. It's not me that said it. Wisdom, the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. Try to get what? Wisdom from, when you want to work, they will ask you, that reminds me of a story. Somebody's engine spoiled, so he tried, let me use an electrical engine spoiled. So he tried to repair it, but he couldn't repair it. So because he couldn't repair it, he had to look for an engineer. When the engineer came, the engineer asked him, what's the problem? He said, this my generator refused to work, this, that. The engineer brought out the paper and said, okay, the cost of fixing this your generator is $1 million. He said, what? It's costly. Isn't it this? He said, okay, I'll fix it by yourself. The man said, okay, you know what, I'll pay you the $1 million. He said, okay, pay it to my account. The person paid it into his account. The man just went and brought one. It's tiny stuff like that. Put it on the generator, and the generator started working. The man said, is it just this little thing that you did? He said, I knew this little thing that you talked about. If you have known it, why wouldn't you have fixed it? You are paying me because of my experience. I get in it. So the experience you have, turn it into something that can be marketable. Turn it into something that can be marketable. Provide value. Provide what? Business is about providing value. I said it earlier, that if you find something and people are in need of this, in this particular place, what should you do? You make sure that you provide that need. When you provide that need, people will be willing to part with their money, and you are in business. It depends on how satisfied they are. It depends on how good what you have delivered to them is. So you can monetize. You have an experience, you can put it into writing and sell. What we're doing on YouTube now, we're gaining experience. There'll be a time you say, oh, people, how did you come about this? How did you do it? Then I don't take this, my channel, as ordinary channel. I take it as business. That's why I show up. I take it as what? Business. Why do I take it as business? Because God instituted, God has given me this talent, plus some other talents that God has given me. So look at it as, what do I have to offer? What do I have to offer to humanity? What do I have? And make business out of it. That's it. Then another thing is, if you notice, there's a business that's, let me read it first. Genesis chapter 45 verse 19. Genesis 45 verse 19. Genesis 45 verse 19. It says, you are so instructed to tell them, do this, take some cats from Egypt for your children and your wives, and get your father and come. That was when Pharaoh was telling Joseph to go bring his dad. He said, take some carts, take some vehicles. If you have a car and that car is just sitting idle, you're not using it for delivery, you're not using it for transport, I think you can rethink. Though you have to be very careful in terms of transport business, but transport business is good. It's good. Example of what you can diversify on. Then another thing that is very, very, very good is found on properties. Yes, he said, wheresoever your hand, your foot has stepped in, there will be yours. If you notice, once you have a roof over your head, you're kind of stable. If you can look into landed business, real estate, it can boost you and make you what? Become who God wants you to be. Yesterday I was talking about, okay, I'll still go into it later. So now I talk about multi-diversifying, doing a lot of things that will in turn bring wealth to you. One. Number two, I talked about, what do you know? What do you know? What do you know that you can monetize? What do you know that you can monetize? Two, I talked about, that's wisdom. I talked about mobility being a source of what? Business. Mobility is source of what? Business. Why? If you notice, the four I just mentioned, the four things I mentioned, it doesn't depend on where you are. If you are in Africa, you are in Asia, you are in America, you are in wherever, Europe, these things are practical. It's something that you can do anywhere in the world. People move around in the world. People move from one place to another. There is land everywhere. There's land everywhere. I talked about multi-diversity. You can do what we're doing. You can do other things, multi-diversity. You can go into crypto. You can go into content creation. You can go into a lot of things. I talked about transport business. Like I said, people move around anywhere. And it has been proven from the Bible. People are willing, once you provide service, people will be willing to give you something in exchange. People will be willing to give you something in exchange. That's one. So what are the landmines? We all know what's a landmine. A landmine is something that can cause someone to fall. A landmine is something that can cause someone to miss his steps. So what should you avoid when it comes to business? What are the things you should avoid? Let's look at Proverbs chapter 6 verse 6. What you need to avoid when you're doing business. Like I said, what we're doing here, what I'm doing here, don't look at it as playing. I'm not playing. I am not playing. Initially, the start off of a thing is the most difficult one. starting up something is difficult. But when you have gained momentum, continue. Just press on the accelerator button, accelerator pedal, and move. Why did I say starting up something is difficult? My first subscribers were difficult to get. Doing the first live stream was very difficult. But when I found out the way to get, that reminds me, Rinko, try to do shorts. When I found out the way to go about getting subscribers, I had to do it. I started doing it. And before you know it, the channel took off. I get in it. So the start of something may be difficult, but continuing when the momentum has built is very, very important. Continuing when the momentum has built. So he said what? Proverbs chapter 6 verse 6. He said, go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise. It has no commander, no overseer or ruler, yet it stores its provisions in summer and gathers its food at harvest. The ant is not lazy. Ants always have something to eat. If you are not lazy, you will have something to eat. If you are not lazy, you will not beg. If you're not lazy, you will not beg. So if you're starting up a business, in case you even get someone that is working with you and you find out that the person is lazy, do away with him quickly. Laziness is not good. By the way, you can't succeed here. I noticed one thing with YouTube. On a daily and on a weekly basis, you need to show up. You need to practice. You need to put it in practice. You need to at every point in time get what used to put in your best. 90% is not enough. 100 is just the minimum. You need to put in 120, 130, 300% above what 100%. Give in your best. Anything. Bible says, Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10. Whatsoever your hand finds to do, do it well. I think that's what it says. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10. It says what? Ecclesiastes chapter 9 verse 10. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there's neither walking nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. Jesus said, he said, I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. For the night comes when no man will walk. Anytime you are woken up, anytime God wakes you up and said, oh guy, wake up, come and do something, it means it's time. It's another opportunity to plan. It's another opportunity to do business. It's another opportunity to do something. So he said what? 9 verse 10. Let me read it again. He said 9 verse 10. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither walking, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. So it's clear. You are able to plan because you are alive. You are able to execute because you are alive. You are able to go about your business because you are alive. ensure that you have your own business. Go about your business. That's good. So laziness is not agreed if you want your business to succeed. Having said that, another thing is found in Proverbs chapter 2 verse 3. Proverbs chapter 2 verse 3. Let me ask the question. Proverbs 2 verse 3. Philippians 2 verse 3. Sorry, I made a mistake. Philippians 2 verse 3. What does it say? Philippians 2 verse 3. Philippians chapter 2 verse 3 says what? It says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself. Why are you doing the business you want to do? Is it for the glory of God? Is it to be proud? Is it to intimidate others? Is it to prove a point? Which point do you want to prove? Why are you doing what you are doing? Why are you doing what you are doing? Why are you doing what you are doing? Very, very important. Your motive should be right. Your motives is God that searches the heart. God searches the heart. Let me ask this question. How many businesses or streams of income is good? One, 2, 3, no 2, 3, 4, or as much as you can. So that's the question I asked the person. I said, how many businesses, how many business or streams of income is good? So I was saying that, sorry, this thing had to blow me, I don't know why. So what am I saying? Your motives should be right. Your motives should be what? Right. Your motives should be right. Let it not be for selfish interest. Is to meet needs, is to help, is to help people in need, is to put food on your table. That's a good motive. It's so that you will not beg. It's so that you will not what? Beg. That's why you need to do a lot of what? Businesses. You need to do a lot of what? You need to engage in what? Business. Business is not bad. Business is what? Good. So, sorry, I'm tilting it a bit. So, back to what I'm saying. I'm saying that your motive should be right. Then, most importantly, yesterday, this point I want to talk is very, very key and vital. Proverbs 22 verse 7. Proverbs 22 verse 7. Proverbs 22 verse 7. I spoke about it. The borrower is slave to the lender. The borrower is slave to the what? Lender. If you are doing a business, don't owe. Don't owe. Don't owe. You can start up, but have a mindset where you do not owe, because it will get you into, it will bankrupt you. Don't run business on people's money. Run big business on your own money. Don't owe. Don't owe. Owe no man. Romans 13 verse 8. Romans 13 verse 8. It says what? Let no debt remain. I read this. Has fulfilled the law. Need is to ensure that you love others. Don't owe because you are a businessman. No. Sorry. Don't owe your business. That's good. Then another thing you need to avoid when you're starting a business, especially what we're doing, avoid procrastination. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this next tomorrow. I'll do it when the right time it comes. No. Start up. Do something. Do what? Something. Do what? Something. Proverbs 10 verse 4. Proverbs 10 verse 4. What does it say? Proverbs 10 verse 4. If you're watching me, if you have any business question, I may help you to answer. If you don't, no problem. If you have any question for me, I can answer you on business. Like I said, what we are doing as content creators, take it as business. Don't take it as a joke. It's not a joke. It is not what? Joke. As much as you can do. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 4. He said what? He said, lazy hands make for poverty. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hand brings what? Wealth. So, what is he saying? Be diligent. Take care of what has been handed over to you. You get? Don't procrastinate. 21 verse 25. Proverbs 21 verse 25. It says another thing. It says, the craving of the sluggard will be the death of him, because his hands refuse to work. Oops. Our hands will work. So he doesn't encourage you to procrastinate. I will do it tomorrow. That's why you need to start up your YouTube channel today if you haven't. It's another means where at least you could gain something if you have worked for a while. You need to build. That's why I love this. I love this platform because why didn't they start up on the day one and say, okay, you start earning, immediately you have a YouTube channel? No, they didn't do that. What did they do? They said, you reach a certain threshold. You reach a certain standard before you are monetized, before you can earn. So you need to build your business. You need to build it from scratch. You need to take care of it. You need to nurture it. You need to give it time. You need to learn. You need to know what to do. You need to know what to do. You need to gain experience. Some things cannot come out of until you have what the experience. We keep experimenting. So, and you don't need to know everything about it. You don't need, some people say, I need to, everything has to be perfect. That's good. That's very, very good, being a perfectionist. But sometimes it can kill the dream. It's not only having the dream, it's to put it out into practice. Putting it out into practice. Making it work. Making it in such a way that what the business you're doing, you are putting 100%. The 100% may not be that you know everything about it. Sometimes you learn. Like I said, business is not meant to give you loss. Though sometimes loss can come. Loss can come. But don't do business with the mindset that you can win and you can lose. No. That should not be the mindset. The mindset that you should have is that I must win at all times. So, where is it? No substitute for hard work. There's no shortcut. I look at people, scammers. Ah, that's another story for another day. A lot of people want to scam people online. A lot of people want to scam and take undue advantage of people, getting money where they did not sow, trying to reap where they did not what sow. That shouldn't be. That shouldn't be. We should take care and make sure that we are no substitute for hard work. Hard work pays. Yes, hard work pays. You start off with hard work, and with time, you know a better way of doing what you are doing. Like I said, I encourage every content creator, take it as pure business. It's pure business. Some people are earning billions, millions from what we are doing, and you can be part of it. The sky is so large that anybody can fly, anybody can do anything. So don't limit yourself. Be willing to what? Open yourself to streams of what? Income. As much as let your streams, let it not, you earn from your job, you're doing fine. You can earn from YouTube, you can earn from every other business. I talked about transportation, I talk about landed properties, I talk about monetizing what you have learned. I don't know how the best to say it, but business is good. Business is good. Business is good. Business is what? Good. Learn to do what? Business. God is a businessman, and he wants his children, all of us, to be business people. That's the little I have. Like I said, I encourage every one of us doing content creation. When you want to come online, sit down, plan what you want to do. Say, okay, I want to talk about so thing, depending on the number of time it will allocate, it will be enough for you to talk about that topic. At least you use it to impact, use it to bless people. Like I said, people want where they are blessed. People want where they have gained one or two things from coming to your channel. I cannot but say thank you to Rinku. I cannot but say thank you to Double T. Let's keep monetizing our greatness. Let's keep monetizing it. Let's keep doing what we are doing. Let's keep blessing soul. Let's keep adding value. Let's keep showing up. Don't take it as play. It's pure business. And God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll keep getting better and better on it. If I still have time today, thank you so much. God bless you. If I still have time today, probably when I've planned out what I want to talk again next. Double T. When are we seeing you on live stream? I can't wait. Even if it is a silent live stream or a stream, it's okay. Bless you. Thank you. Our watch times I just started noticing that my watch hours started increasing. Immediately I started doing live streams. While I was doing the subscribers, while I was doing the shorts, the subscribers were increasing. But now that I started doing now I started doing live streams. I think the views, the watch hours, thanks to people like you. Yesterday, who was that came up? I think it was Ellen Smile yesterday. Today, you and Rinku came along. I bless you, and it just consistency, doing it consistently, plan out what you want to do, maximize the time that you are free when you can talk. It's not everywhere you get to that you can talk. Probably if you're in transit you can't talk, if you're in some places you can't talk. When you're at home free, sometimes it's possible to talk. So let's maximize whatever we do. Let's take it serious. It can be a source of, it's a business. And God will bless you. See you guys on your channels as much as I can. Let's keep supporting ourselves. Let's keep blessing ourselves. Let's keep blessing souls. And God will bless us greatly. Thank you, and God bless you in Jesus' name. Wow.